Hey guys, welcome back to the channel for some more Gran Turismo 7 content. Now, recently you may have seen my video about Sophy AI, where we went through all the different races, the intermediate, the beginner and the advanced. But what you didn't see me doing is the 1v1s, and that's because I wanted to save it for this video here. Before we get into it, I will just say though, please do take this with a bit of pinch of salt. It's very light-hearted, it's not meant to be a serious video, it is just me trying to have a bit of fun and trying to see if you guys actually find it funny as well. If you don't, you don't. It is what it is, that's just life. And also, before we do get into it, I just do want to make a little appeal. If you are watching this and you haven't subscribed to the channel, what are you waiting for? Hit the subscribe button. No, honestly, seriously. You don't have to subscribe if you don't want to, but if you do feel like it, at least hit the subscribe button. It does help the channel out massively. So let's get into it and let's look at these 1v1 races against Sophy. So from the main menu, go to the race together at the top right. It's still available. We're going to go into race 1 and then we're going to do the 1v1. So we'll do that for each one of the races. And when you get here, you're going to see the car you're going to be using and how it compares against Sophy. It is exactly the same car, same spec this time round. Now when we get into the actual race, this is my very first attempt at this, no previous goes, straight into it, and I wanted to get to the traction control, didn't get there in time, straight into second gear to try and avoid wheel spin, but Sophy was gone. This is a killer. Sophy has so much grip compared to us, so much more acceleration, and it is very hard to beat. I'm not going to lie, it is extremely hard to beat, which is why I'm doing this video. There is one way to beat it. Because if you don't do this, unless you're really good, unless you're an alien, which some streamers are, you're not going to do it. So let's have a look at how I did it. And here we are lining up for our race against Sophy. 1v1 in race together, race 1. We're going to go for the start. We've got a traction control on. We're still not getting as good at get off as Sophy, but this is what you do. Change your camera view and spin Sophy right round. She goes right round, baby, right round. I don't know what the song is, I'm not going to sing it, I'm terrible. I'm not going to go on Britain's Got Talent or America's Got Talent. But as you can see, we spun Sophy round, and you would normally expect them to just fall behind. But look at this, I am driving my guts out here, and that time just drops a tenth almost every other corner. Actually, by every corner, I'm losing about half a tenth. Half a second almost. So we're only at 2 seconds, and as we get to the end here, look at this just dropping. We're 1.9, and by the time we hit the brakes and we go to accelerate, it's going to be 1.5 seconds almost. So the acceleration on Sophy is absolutely mental. Even on the straight, I'm flat out, unless I've got the gearing wrong, and do tell me if I do have it wrong. I'm just hemorrhaging time everywhere we go, to the point where I'm going to have to block Sophy into every corner on this lap. It's already 7 tenths. I'm going to get here, and look, that's 115. You know, that's a pretty decent lap, I think. And I don't know how some people do it, but at this point, we're neck and neck. Look at that, right by me. So I'm going to have to go defensive every single corner. This is what you'll do. Hug every apex. Do not give them a sniff at getting past. We can do that there. They're going round the outside, so we're going to try and get the inside. I was tempted to squeeze them off, not going to lie, but I thought, you know what, give it a try. It's still early days. Getting to this point, I'm like, do not get past me. They didn't. And then I'm worried about the acceleration, because we saw the lap before, the acceleration was absolutely bonkers. At this point, the little smiley emoji is getting a bit angry. It's neck and neck as we come to this corner, and I know all I've got to do is try and keep us close to the inside. I go on a little Tokyo drift around this track, wherever it is, and we're going to cross the finish line to finish P1. So with this one, knock Sophy out at the start, get a bit of breathing space, and then when you get to the end, block them in every corner. But here we are going into race 2, same cars, one's purple and one's white, that's the only difference in them. And here we are lining up, ready to go. I can't remember if I had my traction control on, but this looks like we did. The start was pretty decent, but look, Sophy gets ahead of us, and that's the perfect opportunity we need to make and go for a little spin. But look in the mirror, look at just how quickly they recovered and got back into a straight line. You try to do that, you get someone to spin you and get back into a straight line like that every time. It just doesn't happen. Further into the race, about a minute in. Look at this, caught up with us already. Not even half a lap, already caught up with us. And as we're going to go to this corner, they're going to go for a move right around the outside, and we're just going to use that as a little opportunity to spin them round again. They go into the grass and they recover quickly. They're back on the road already at this point. But we've gained some time that gives us a little bit of breathing space, and we're 5 seconds ahead. And then we think, oh, look, she's catching up again. At that point, by the time we get to the end of the lap, we're 2 seconds ish ahead. And as we go into the second lap, look, they've caught up with us again, and they're just going around the outside. And guess what's going to happen here? I'll give you a guess. Let me know in the comments what you think is going to happen. Press pause, comment, and then tell me. But look, we go in and we send them into the barrier. And as we get to the end, it's only just about 6 seconds or 5.5 seconds. Look at how much time they've taken out of me just in the last couple of corners. Absolutely ridiculous, but we got the win. That's how you beat Sophy in race 2. Race 3 is at one of my least favourite tracks. I'm not a fan of this track at all. Don't know why. I know you guys love it, but it's not for me. But as we go to the start, you've got to go with the same sort of thing again, same strategy. Take advantage, try and push them over. I tried to get them into that barrier there. I tried to get them to go straight into it. Didn't quite work, so I've lost a bit of time. But we're going to speed up, and by the time we got to the tunnel, look, they're already bumping me from behind. How does that happen? But they give us a little nudge, go past, and at this point I'm like, oh bloody hell, what have I got to do to beat Sophy around this track? I know, this is what I do. I can be Velocini it. So we gain a bit of time. Also we think 2 seconds. Let's zoom it forward. By the time we get onto this long back straight, look at this, they've caught up with us again. So what do? I wait for the right timing, and there we go. See you later, Sophy. That's another spin. So we're 7.5 seconds, almost 8 seconds at this point. But look, by this point here, they have already started catching up with us, and look at the chunks they are taking out. At that same point, almost next lap, they virtually caught up with us. Go for a big dive bomb. We're luckily to keep that position. We've got to try and see it out to the end of the lap. I'm going to try and hug every corner, try and be as wide as I possibly can, hit the apex, make them go round if they have to. And as I'm going down the hill, I don't like this corner, I really hate it, but I managed to do okay. Managed to keep the car in line, got a little bit of a drift, and I think, okay, we've got a chance. But look at this, we're going into the last couple of corners, and Sophy's going to go for a move. They've gone for it, they've gone past us, and I can't have that. We're not having that. Just not. So we got to beat Sophy. We did. We got past it, and we're just about going to sprint to that line and beat Sophy in race 3. So we're on a roll here. We're actually beating Sophy at their own game. We're taking it to them. We're doing good. And as we go into race 4, this one's at Suzuka. Traction control. I thought about putting it on 2, but I put it on 1. And the start we get isn't the best, because look at Sophy, just how she powers ahead of us at this point. And again, I can't be having that. Try and take them out. But look how much grip they have. That is unreal. That's almost counter steer, traction control to full. But then get to that point, we've done it. We've done the job. And towards the end of the race, we go over to 130R, and we've got 1.3 seconds in it, and we've got to try and survive this one. Do we do it? We're going to go through. We're hemorrhaging time. They are just catching. As we go to a Casio, hit the brakes, just be a nuisance. Hit the apex there again. They're right behind us, but we power out. We're okay, I think. Just keep close to the barrier here, make them go a long way round, and we're going to see the checkered flag to beat Sophy in race 4. But there you have it, guys, a nice little guide on how to beat Sophy AI in the 1v1s. I hope you have enjoyed it. It's a bit light-hearted. Please don't take it serious. Don't leave comments down below telling me how it's cheating, it's whatever it is. It's just light-hearted fun. But If you have enjoyed it, as I've said at the beginning, please do consider hitting that like button and the subscribe button. It will help the channel out massively. I've got a couple of big things coming soon, do keep an eye out for that. But in the meantime, why not keep a look at this video that's going to pop out here somewhere on the bottom right hand side. Check it out, and I will see you on the next one. See you later, thanks for watching.